And the racers are off and black timer is in effect. GRO taking a slight lead here in Ceres, making a few suboptimal drops and jumps here, but doing pretty good. Nintoaster following up with a very smooth drop. Even though GRO had a slight bit of a seeming head start, Nintoaster quickly makes his way. I forgot to account for stream lag. Oh, that's great. All right, let's see what Ceres times we get today. GRO and Nintoaster with some really impressive times. Holy cow. All right. All that blattage, such great blattage there. Such contrast to the green timer of Nintoasters. Runners at this point are going to be staying neck and neck, neither employing any Moonfall tech. Oh, poor GRO getting 2 platforms. Both runners staying fairly neck and neck at this point. Perfect. Good elevators by both GRO and Nintoaster, making their great escape up the great tube. It's not that impressive. Early game, man. Gotta love early game. Part of the playing, Justin Bailey. Oh, yes. Nintoaster going for a really good climbing strat here, the Behe strat, and nailing it on the head. Both GRO and Nintoaster making some pretty decent climbs there. GRO only falling slightly behind, while Nintoaster and his crystal green feed make leaps and bounds. I don't know if violent would be quite the definition I'd use, Pog. If only we could leave the room. Curious to see how Bomb Torzo is going to handle today. Good Minips? We'll see. Boostin, you can bribe me with tacos any day you want. I will do good things. Nintoaster making short, quick work of Bomb Torzo. Jero not too far behind, having a little bit of a struggle there with some of his missile and ammo count, but not doing too bad at all. Both on very good pace. Crap, he's here, I'm out. Oh, chat, you never cease to make me happy. Those of you just joining the stream, welcome to the multi-category tournament. First round 1 between Nintoaster and Jero. Category, and this one is selected to be 100%. A very long and enduring category. At Leodox, yes. Someone leaked somewhere the entirety of the Blat timer, and now the Blat timer is a thing. So anyone can get Blat timer. Nintoaster cleanly making his way. Making a good mock ball. Oh, missing a jump and getting damaged. That sits him back neck and neck with Jero at this point. Both getting damaged by the waiver and getting the super missile identically. This is intense. I don't see too many runners that are this close for a good while. Look at that. Identical screens the entire time. Holy cow. I wonder how long they can keep this up. At Shemin, yes. Twitch has been having weirdness since their first big patch release, as well as most browsers having issues with Flash, and it's a whole bunch of stuff. Long story short, these runners... Oh! That is going to hurt Jero a lot. Missing the reverse mock ball. Nintoaster making it look almost too easy. But Jero not skipping a beat, getting his missiles. The heavy backup strat. Giving that Nintoaster slight edge to get ahead. Nintoaster making great movement. J. Ron, clearly. J-Ro. I'll try and pronounce it like that. I'm so bad at it. J-Ro going for the missile rather than the charge beam. So I can already see right now that there are some slight different grabs that might make a fairly, I don't know, a fairly interesting line of thought for each runner. I guess is the best way I could word that. Thought vomit, people. Thought vomit. Ooh. Nice deboost by Jero. Nintoaster making with clean movement. Also, thank you, Boostin, for the link for Jero's 100% collection, with his record time being 1 hour, 23 minutes, 48 seconds. So Jero's got a fairly strong time. I'm curious to see what Nintoaster's is. All these little bits that Jero's doing is really keeping him still on the tail of Nintoaster. Nintoaster making any bad moves or bad health management is going to cost him. The N is silent, I suppose. Yes, Leo. Thanks, Boostin. Missing that first bomb, you wouldn't think it'd catch you, and getting cack attacked. Oh, Jero with just those small movement errors. And Toaster's movement is so clean. With how well these players are playing, it is literally going to come down to just how well they make their fluidity and rooms. Because each clean movement in each room is what's going to make the decisiveness between these players. Excuse me, going to determine the decisiveness with each player. Words, my friends. Looks like Jiro's going to go ahead and get those extra supers there to do a good quick kill. His super management was not as clean. Nintoaster going for the missile strat, and again, cleanly executing it. Oh wow. So these two runners, that is impressive. Nintoaster with a 124.30, so their 100% times are very, very close, meaning this could be either's game. Jero falling slightly behind, getting his various suit a little bit later than Nintoaster. Nintoaster quickly making his way across the room with good movement all around. For Jero to even have a good chance, he's going to have to really double check his movement as he goes. Oh, and Nintoaster not getting that hop. And missing those bugs and the missile. Nintoaster, I think that's probably his first slight movement arrow of the first game. Jero almost getting the mock ball out of there, not quite, just a little too short. Make his way out, also missing the mock ball back out. Tough move to make. One that's really difficult to execute. At Shackle Draconius, I hope I got that right, or Draconus. No, they cannot, as they do not have power bombs yet. This is the 100% category. Someone with better knowledge in chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but this does look to be old route that they might be going on, but we have yet to see which route they follow. I could be wrong. At Schmemmen, yes, categories are decided at random with the exception of vetoes. I don't quite know how the vetoes work, but Jero's still staying on Nintoaster's tail, not skipping much of B, and still staying within at least 2 to 3 rooms of Nintoaster. Looks like Jero's movement efficiency is actually starting to pick up ever so slightly, as he might have some better training late game. Literally getting to the same block as Nintoaster, right catching up to his tail. Ah, still getting that that mock ball there is just can be a tough one to grab. Doesn't help you a lot, but it can give you a bit of a, just at least a bit of that swag points that you want. Nintoaster taking a slight delay at Attack Island there. Jero getting it first shot, first jump, staying again clean on Nintoaster's tail. And then Making some movement errors across the way. Now, if any one of these runners gets 99% or misses an item, they will be automatically disqualified at the end of the round once they realize that they only got 99%, or as we can point out, they will hopefully know. Jero a little too high on that speed stop there, but he does get the damage boost back out. At Leodox, I totally agree with you there. Nintoaster, I like it. Oh, Nintoaster falling a little short of that jump, not making the wall hop. Jero literally entering the same room. Folks, this is intense. Oh, Boostin, thank you for the information on that veto. That's good to know. Means we'll never see for first boss order. Actually, Leodox, once we get into the later rounds, RBO, I do believe, is included after. Nintoaster is super sloppy lately. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not super sloppy, but it's just these little mistakes. I think he's practiced only in a few things he noticed. Yet again, both entering the room at the same time. It all comes down to technicalities. Oh no, Nintoaster missing those shots. With Jero's both health and item management a little bit higher. Right. Since I don't have Jero's audio, I don't know if he got the wraparound, but I'm sure he did. Nintoaster getting it as well. Nice little show-offy speed keep there by Jero. And Nintoaster not getting it. Very interesting indeed. Calling this Crocspark on Jero's side. Oh, Nintoaster. That is going to hurt. Nintoaster's got to give himself a couple of breaths in the real world there. Getting a little bit too worked up over his stratting here. Nintoaster, you. Jero taking the ever so slight lead here. Nintoaster's going to have to keep his clean movement to be able to take that lead back. Doing that nice swag there. Saving him just a few, if not a handful of frames. Jero getting that good grapple and landing to get the missiles. Oh, Nintoaster hanging on a little too long, but does land on the missiles anyway. Pretend you're pitching off. Yeah, I'm not even going to read that. Schmidman, you're amazing. And correcting your own grammar. Slightly overshot D-boost there by J-Ro. See if Nintoaster can grab it. By going to the second spikes and landing direct on it, good shot. So I guess he, in that sense, would have undershot. This crushing power will put a black hole to shame. Your goodness. Boosted and Leo just taking shots like champs. J-Ro really cleaning up his movement here. Nintoaster's movement's progressively getting slightly more sloppy. Perhaps not. Perhaps probably from a less practiced croc area. Oh, missing that super. Cost him a little ammo there that he can't afford. Oh, missing it twice, but Nintoaster missing the jump. But thankfully, high jump makes that a little easier to come back from. J-Ro is a slightly low, if not fairly badly low, super count. Boosting. Again, welcome everyone to the stream. Those of you who have just joined us, this is the SM multi-category. Do an exclamation mark SM for more info, as well as checking out the links to the tournament below. J-Ro's wall jumps ever so cleanly, making his way up the red tower. Nintoaster continuing to make movement errors is costing him a fortune. J-Ro now progressively making almost a 2-room lead. And now a 3-room lead by missing that. Oh man, poor Nintoaster. The down grab made all the difference. A little bit of high five going there. J-Ro trying to go for the spark, missed it, lays a power bomb instead. Getting, oh, double spiked there. And missing these jumps. Nintoaster needs to take a break from thinking, as his thinking and overthinking is causing him to adjust his inputs a little too steeply. Don't let the down grabs keep you down. Nintoaster opting to use missiles rather than another power bomb, probably the wise decision out of there. J-Ro's still a lot lower than I think he'd like to be on super count right now. Opting for a delayed oceans, a delayed lake fly there. Or is that the ocean? I never can tell. Nintoaster significantly behind J-Ro now. Nintoaster opting to do Ocean Fly to hopefully regain some of that time. Jero did not attempt, and missing it. Ouch. Oh, and messing up a spark. Nintoaster having a struggle today with inputs. His health will be a little bit lower than I'm sure he'd like to be, but that's still going to be plenty going in. Jero now completely out of supers with a decent abundance of regular missiles. Jero going for the X Factor, nailing it. Getting that sweet, sweet damage. Nintoaster forgetting he has power bombs. Jero killing the ghost. Good shots. With decent patterns, too. If I was not mistaken, that was a fast mid or a mid-mid, I think. They're both playing like it. Depends on where you're going, Leo. Depends on what you're coming from. Nintoaster getting the double X Factor, saving him some good extra seconds there, making up a pretty good amount of time. Don't blame the players, blame the category. Another high five by Jero and Nintoaster once again, door to door. Ultimately, Nintoaster regaining some of the ground he lost. Now, it should be quite interesting to think how just even these little bits of fights can greatly impact a time. Nintoaster was a fair bit behind when Jero entered the wrecked ship. And Nintoaster already catching up to him just by Jero not getting the double X Factor. Nintoaster grabbing his beautiful, beautiful super pack, but his health is very low for what he'd want to have for this area. Thankfully, getting that E-tank here getting really soon is hopefully going to take care of that. Nintoaster carefully hopping across spikes, not wanting to take any chance at all of getting maimed, if you will. Good point, Ponk. Jero doing a risky, if not ballsy, damage boosted at that point. Sorry, that was a bit behind. Toaster making his hops and going to open the door thusly. Jero struggling to get into that little narrow bit there to get up top into the attic. Not doing the optimal open strat. Still getting something decent. Shine sparking all the way through perfectly. Since this is an 8%, you have to make your way all the way back across the room. Any percent and 100%. Category of champs. Right here. boost, and that was a good attic spark. See if Nintoaster can follow it up with something even better. Nintoaster not going for the ceiling clip. Once again going for the semi-decent abstract, missing a super and not getting a spark. Gonna be real super heavy on this moment with 6 supers left. Not the number you'd want to see. Just the difference in strat is putting J-Ro back in a fairly solid lead. Leodox with the roast. J-Ro missing the spark to get those missiles, having to try once again. Nintoaster having a hard time getting that spark up. And epically dodging the enemy. That was really nice. Even with a little bit of time lost, J-Ro still has a fairly decent lead. Nintoaster opting not for the for the spark, but still getting the missile from a nice jump with the continued momentum anyway, and getting his beautiful missile pack. J-Ro getting that beautiful bowling spark. Nintoaster is Neo. I wouldn't say he's quite Neo as his recent string of input errors. Also getting his spark ready to go into bowling. Once again, meeting J-Ro in the same room. And unfortunately, Chozo still doesn't know how to play bowling. Samus tried to teach them years ago, but they never quite understood that you don't walk down the lane. This is true. Okay, Andrew has a point. I guess you could still almost call it an error. Never seen a picture of Leodox. That lane should not be full spikes. I agree with you. Is it the human element? Yes, yes it is. J-Ro getting his gravity suit, and Nintoaster going for his reserve tank. Here's some commentary from the chat, from the SRL chat. J-Ro, let's go past that. Nintoaster starting off with how you making out, J-Ro. J-Ro's reply is gross, commenting both the rust is real. J-Ro obviously acknowledging how rusty he feels. That was a little earlier in. Nintoaster getting his gravity suit while J-Ro grabbing his last missile pack here in the wrecked ship and cleanly making his way out, thus finishing the wrecked ship. Armed with gravity suit, J-Ro can quickly make his way through the next few areas as well as get up to the gauntlet if he so chooses. Hopefully not forgetting the power bomb pack that lies in the upper right-hand corner of the landing site. Nintoaster going for the beautiful mark ball strat there. And J-Ro making pits in that room there. Nintoaster healing up. With Nintoaster having only a slight pack lower than J-Ro, but he did opt out to not pick up the missile pack right by charge. Without hearing the audio stream, it looks like Jiro got the wraparound shot to open the door, getting his spark and making his way quickly into the gauntlet. Missing the wraparound shot once. Always hurts. Oh, twice. Further increasing his lead with, further decreasing his chances of catching back up to Jiro here. Finally getting it third or fourth shot, not so great. Getting his spark almost clean on, making his way. Jiro making some decent dropping strats there, probably could crumble a little faster. Ultimately doing good. 4 times a lady. Oh. Is there seconds added per percentage? As far as I am aware, it is just invalidated. Nintoaster making quick work of the gauntlet, while Jiro making his way down to the second run of Green Brinstar. Let Leo in here. Don't know if lashes per item times 10 is what's gonna happen if one runner misses an item. And removed from the community. Jiro really stepping up his game as the round goes on, and further increasing his movement fluidity. Getting those nice little swag strats at each bit he can. Spike strats not ideal by Jiro, but still enough to get him across the room. Nintoaster and Jiro once again making a high five in similar rooms, if not the same room, for a brief moment as he makes his way along. As they gain more items, item optimization at this point becomes a little less of a worry with each passing pack attained, as max amount of items versus needed items is fairly gappable. Nintoaster making very clean movement in that room. Jiro making a very odd spark for a myriad of reasons. Missing that side jump there. I'm missing that side spark. My apologies. Still staggering movement to get through that room, but still getting it through. Jiro hastily picking up his pace and making sure his movement fluidity is solid. Oh, missing those shots there, and that missile did cost him a little time and getting damaged a little as well. Not too bad, but he does get the spark to get across the room and lace the power bomb before getting the item optimizations that are going to help him in the long run. Leodox with the pretty brutal roasting here, who's... Goodness. And that is a very good question. What is Jiro doing? I don't know. Knowing Jiro, don't know if drunk is an actual thing. J-Ro throwing away his lead. J-Ro throwing away his lead, flamboyantly leaving himself with almost no supers to speak of, and handing Nintoaster back the lead, who has, by the way, ample supers. Good job, J-Ro. Leo is going to be very upset with you. Although Nintoaster did throw away getting that missile pack by charge earlier, so that may give J-Ro at least a bit of time to grab back. My bad, J-Ro still does lead. That is very true. Names are getting flipped in my head from looking at two streams here, folks. Goodness. And J-Ro with the sad spark there. Probably opting to get rid of it to get across this room. J-Ro, you pleb. J-Ro's movement speed is becoming less and less fluid, ever so slightly, giving Nintoaster little bits and pieces to gain at least a bit of ground. At Shekel, thank you. That 27-second lead by J-Ro is what's got him held, so it's ever so slightly. Those ball bounces indeed. Nintoaster still making his gain. And then probably losing it. Can't keep up on his little... those little bits he needs to gain that ground to get against J-Ro. He just keeps losing just by small errors. Or small mistakes, and it's costing him dearly. Thankfully, J-Ro himself is making a few mistakes as well, missing his sparks and messing up his sparks. Nintoaster is going to really enjoy that quite greatly. Nintoaster, if Nintoaster makes those sparks, he is going to... Yes. What is J-Ro doing right now, folks? I think his controller's drunk. I can't see J-Ro being drunk. I can only see his controller being drunk. Nintoaster way catching up. Yes, J-Ro wanted to kill that fish because that fish just looked like it wanted to be killed. Nintoaster getting a really good spark, landing him right back in the same room, still not able enough to catch J-Ro and throw him behind. Rogers. By the way, folks who are in the stream right now but not in chat, I highly recommend you give Speed Gaming 4 and Speed Gaming a follow, as well as check out these runners on SRL or on speedrunslive.com, excuse me, as well as follow the runners. These guys doing a wonderful job giving you some fun entertainment. aside from the people who would immediately disagree. Shoutouts to Feasel, making all this possible for all of us, and all the organizers and moderators and participants in this event. Jero making very interesting... Oh. Nintoaster! I don't know who's keeping tally of these sparks, but I'm sure if someone were to make a little chart here, I'm sure someone would have a fun time. Some good laughs. I agree, Boostin. I agree wholeheartedly. GA has done more. Goodness, Leo. Nintoaster literally nipping at Jero's heels right now. He is well poised to take the lead at any given moment. If Jero makes any significant mistakes or decides to just go AWOL, Nintoaster is going to have a really good lead. Toast is just ripping it. Jero. I think Jero might actually be panicked. Making so many mistakes is probably getting to his conscience already. Nintoaster is staying on those heels, not letting up. Jero cutting it really, really close, but ultimately gets the full halfie. Now this is the place where if one runner forgets even a small detail, it could cost him the race. Yeah, that's an actual strat, I know, right? Jero just needs to calm himself. Nintoaster missing it. Just throwing whatever ground he had to get back up to Jero and just throwing it aside. So unless Jero really messes up this fight, Nintoaster is still going to have a fairly tough time coming back. It's a tough spark. Doing it in an emulator is just tough. What is Jero doing? Jero? What is wrong with you? Yeah, Andrew saw it coming. Gotta love stream delay. Oh dear. See how well Nintoaster can optimize this fight. Halfie auto-corrected. Nintoaster doing much better strats. Getting his beautiful blue suit. Meaning he has a chance. Actually, if this door can open, he will definitely be able to potentially take the lead away from Jero. That was almost a pure missile Dracon. Yeah, that was not optimal. He would have been better off with the grapple strat at that point. Actually, no, maybe not so. No! Nintoaster throwing his happiness away. Oh, this is painful. Just sheer painful. For those of you just joining us once again, thank you for joining Speed Gaming to the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. Andrew just added the SM Multi info. You can check that out there for all the details on the tournament as well as how it works. Once again, a prop to Fizzle and all the people making this possible, alluding to Fizzle. Not, oh my gosh. Commentator is toast as much as Nintoaster and J-Ro are killing this run. Nintoaster's and J-Ro's movement just trading blows back and forth at this point, not to each other, but to the game. Making the game just want to sadden us at their inability to do stuff. And Shack Tool. So, Jero with the downtime. It's a good time for a coffee break. Good time to reassess his life decisions. Not it being a speedrunner, but just panicking with inputs. Blame CFP. Instead of reassessing his life decisions, he plays around with Shack Tool. Of course. Ban Leodogs. Now it's Nintoaster's turn to hopefully reassess his life decisions. And J-Ro... not even gonna comment. Fun, like a root canal treatment. The only fun thing about a root canal is getting the happy serum injected into you. J-Ro. Oh dearie. Easily making his way across the sandpits of doom. Nintoaster gets his spring ball. J-Ro going to go get his plasma to rescue his sad and sorry performance. Just kidding. Poor J-Ro. Likely with a panic is setting in with his movements and mistakes, he is, I think, tricking himself out. I think the same thing's happening with Nintoaster, which is why they're missing so much. So both of these runners, I'm hoping, when they were at Shack Tool, I hope they took a breather to calm down and re-get themselves. J-Ro making it apparently obvious he did not. Why was he shooting those, you ask? I am just a commentator. The high jump boots. We need more roasting pomade. Destroy these. I'm just a humble commentator. I can't say one way or the other because my personal skill, I can't talk. This is really positive. Well, mistake covering plasma is just like the, poor girl's mascara. Tries to cover up all the mistakes, but in the inside, you're already dead, so... Then don't. Thanks, Leonux. Oh, golly. Words of wisdom from Leodox, everybody. Words of wisdom from Leodox. Gotta love them. Nintoaster quickly making his way through that room, still having some issues with his movement, but ultimately keeping it fairly clean. Jero is Jero. But still keeping good movement through his adventures there, getting that nice D-boost just to shave off a couple of frames there. Whoa, I see a Kip. This is interesting. And Toaster intentionally taking some damage there, I don't know, but then falling on some spikes to make it all the more apparent that maybe he wasn't intentionally taking the damage. Sadness. No items missed so far. This is good. But the time that both these guys have in the category and how identical their times are is just ever so interesting to watch. Jero just... That reserve tank reserves the right not to be a part of this game anymore because of Jero's sadness. But again, still just doing his thing. Nintoaster keeping some fairly clean movement and not opting to go the other way, as 100% category dictates you need these things. Oh. Looks like the other match had finished. This is very interesting for sure. Palmy can't talk. Blech. Palmy needs water. Or alcohol. Which doesn't sound bad at all. Nintoaster's clean movement through Meridia. Always nice to see some decent movement going through. Thank you, Rumble. Also, GG to Kip and Befrobber. I look forward to seeing your match. Jero getting the missile pack and Kraid. Or as proper people like to call it, the rest of Brinstar. And Toaster still a decent chunk behind. Now that they're out of the funk that is Meridia, we can finally have a more clear approach to see where runners are. Jero still holding on to that lead, even shenanigans going. And Toaster still struggling to keep up to him. Jero's speed and just his room knowledge is still keeping him apparently ahead. I don't know how and why, but apparently it is. Jero doing a nice morph ball strat there, or mock ball strat, if you will. Now I'm noticing his own Blat timer on stream. This must be tripping him up greatly. Jero with the ice beam grab. I'm hoping for the love of all that's great and good in this game that it helps Jero with his silliness. It does. Oh wow, I did not know that. Jero going for the spark for some reason. I don't know if that's the intended one or not. I'm not that educated, but it just seems a little odd to me. And with a nice recovery D-boost, Nintoaster getting his ice beam, still staying on the tail of Jero. Very, very interesting set of runners. Very entertaining indeed, if not laughable, but still. Very interesting indeed. Jero going for a spark, but losing it, opting not to get his health slightly refilled, and making his way across. It's like Jiro's late game strats are getting even cleaner, giving Nintoaster a well run for his money. Nintoaster opting not to attempt for the spark here, opting to keep his momentum to make his way across the room. Jiro going for yet more good fluid movement strats. Ultimately trying good, but missing the bounce ball to get across. Jiro getting a nice setup there for the entrance here into Lower Norfair. Very nice. Leo with the continual brutal roastage of both players at this point. Goodness gracious, Leo. Leo with death threats. Jiro with the... I can't even. Nintoaster is about a minute behind. About 30. Yeah, about 30 to 35 seconds. That Nintoaster strat, though. Nintoaster strats. He's pulling out all the stops, but he just can't bring up the edge. Can't bring up the butt. Bring up the rear, goodness gracious. Oh. I am so sorry, chat. Leo's comments just broke me. Nintoaster not doing too bad on that Vitif, not doing fairly cleanly. Also getting his spark to get out of the room. Jiro remembering to go grab the Mickey Mouse missile. I can't even do the voice. I'm so over. Oh my. Oh, well, I can't. I just can't. My voice hurts from the laugh. I have the feeling Leo, I was laughing so much I didn't pay attention to Jiro. I think he may have missed something according to Leo. Oh, wait. Nintoaster having difficulty in this room? Question mark? Still getting his missiles? Jiro getting through this area with questionable fluidity. He has plenty of items to make this go smoothly, so I don't quite see how he could be messing up as much as he has. I'd be removed. Oh, goodness. Good movement by Jiro to get through the Silver Pirate room. Oh, that's right. Yes, if an organizer does end up racing someone else, the veto will go towards another person will handle vetoes. Jero's fight with Ridley, we hope to all that's high and mighty that he does not botch it with unusually low item count, my humble opinion he has. And Jero just taking hits, and what in the world is he? Okay, looks like he's doing it better. Ridley strats by Jero are a little bit unusual. I don't know why he's not doing better strats here. Ultimately taking care of the dragon with the funny tail. Nintoaster still nipping at the heels of Jero, just not able to get anything to grab onto at this point. The only thing he can hope for is a cleaner Ridley fight. Well, so far it's a bit better, but he could be doing better manips. There we go. This is the setup he wants. Unfortunately, Ridley not working with them. You better, Jero. Nintoaster doing a fairly decent Ridley fight here. Has the correct amount of shots. Gets his grab. Finishes him off. Much cleaner fight than Jero, but still not enough to pull him ahead. Excuse me. Toaster getting his E-tank. Jero making his way out. Jero having funny issues trying to hop his way out. Not a lot to say here as runners make their way up to get the last remaining items of the game and then make their way over into terrain. Into every category, and we don't play. My tip. Oh, yuppie. Oh, yuppie with the strats. Gam. I do apologize for my voice. It is a little bit ruggly. Looks like the Hadarubi. But still no Hadarubi special. Low percent RBO. That one I'd still like to see runners do. That one just, to me, sounds like it'd be a very interesting category. Jero making good pace to get out of Lorne Orfair. Nintoaster still on his tail, but by looks losing some ground by not keeping his speed up. Making his way to Bubble Mountain, just collecting the few items he has and getting the reserve here. And continuing to make his way out. And Toaster still fairly behind, unfortunately. Only a few more items to go. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Chat. Oh, chat. An ode to Keku's ocean fly. Oh, chat, you make me happy. Steffi, you make me happy. Everybody knows masters of this entire everything, and I mean everything, is Cephalon. And Toaster getting his reserves, still somewhat losing some ground to J-Ro here. Can't say much more other than his fluidity endgame is not as polished as it potentially could be. Oh goodness. I don't know if if J-Ro actually grabbed that missile. I don't quite remember. No, he did. He did. J-Ro going and grabbing his X-ray. Where's Kojak to real life? Where's Fuzda? Real life. Leodox? Leodox doesn't have real life. Leodox is a figment of our imagination that we put there every single day. All hail Leodox. He is the Hypnotoad. J-Ro getting his X-ray scope. Is it just fantasy? Skip Leo, the brutality is real good. Hey, who is Punk? Who's this guy? This guy, and that Andrew guy though. Can't tell you much about him. Who's that Canadian man? That owl man? From Sarah's, you see. Ain't nothing like getting props from Leo, boys. Looks like this match is pretty set in stone. We're not quite over yet, as we still have the Mother Brain fight to go. So right now, let's just wrap up and I almost said wrap up and chill. That's probably not highly appropriate. Children, that's not appropriate. SDA exposed. Oh, golly. More like a Dr. Ooh. Like a Drew. I don't know how you were intending that. I hope Stand Up Glitch does something, because right now this is looking very clearly like J-Ro's got the sad one on this, and Leo is going to apparently lose his head. Also, Salir88, thank you for the reminder, is that all of you guys should definitely check out the brackets and the schedule for Speed Gaming, as there will be tons of matches, including my own, that will be hosted here on Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3, and 4, respectively. Running all this week and all the rest of this month, I do believe. And I do highly recommend you guys make your way over to the Super Metroid Discord if you ever feel like you want to get part of the community, potentially learn how to speedrun the game, and be a part of what you can probably see by now is a very interesting community. speedrunning, randomizer runs, as well as SM hacking to make your own custom Super Metroid game, as you will. You can check out the Discords and also request Discord links by heading over to the tournament Discord in the SM multi. Nintoaster and Jero making continuous embarrassing struggles to get simple items as they go. But hey, I'm just a commentator. Many communities do force Discord as it's just become a more viable community to have in text chat, unfortunately. Our community isn't interesting, don't listen to Palmy. You might need a refresh, or I'm a little ahead. Kappa. At this point, Jero's got a very... yeah, not much to say on this point. Right now, it is literally all coming down to technical movements. Nintoaster's still staying a good 2 to 3 rooms behind. Jero, I do believe, should have just grabbed his last missiles, not going to his ship to check. This is where it'll be interesting. I believe he's gotten all the items, but I don't quite remember. I do, but I just want to make it interesting for anyone familiar. Wahaha. Oh, Nintoaster. Super Metroid IRC is about as live as you guys runs. Truth. The truth is real. The truth is very real. Jero! At least forgets dental plan. That's true, Rumble. That is very true. Jero with the fire back. Good job, Jero, for the element roast. Oh. So glad this is on SG4, where no one will see it. Jero doing some relatively okay Metroid rooms here. I couldn't do much better personally, but he's doing some good stratting here. Don't know why he just decided to aim down. He can literally tank as much damage as he needs right now. And he has plenty of ammunition to get through, but Nintoaster making his way to the G4 at 119. Actually, at this rate, I think both of these guys might actually see a PB. He deserves to have his chat open to know exactly how we feel about his gameplay. Oh. Leo. Maybe he did it on purpose, just to annoy Leo. That is just raw. We should ask. I could ask. Only if Leo wanted me to. I don't remember which person had the 1 hour and 24 minutes. But if all goes well, he could get really close, if not PB. 124.30. He has not been from GDQ. And Jero is on 123, so unfortunately, Jero is likely not going to see a PB. Nintoaster, however, potentially could. At a GDQ. Well done, that baby skip. I didn't say much on it, but that still was very impressive. You see it so much to where you almost judge it entirely and see it as an ink. I myself can't do it again, but still good to see. Oh, that's right. Jero continuing streak of messing up. I hope he gets catch-up. Please get catch-up for our entertainment. Get soft locked, son. Nintoaster with no baby skip. But he did face left. Or he did face the other direction, so, you know, run validated. So close. Blat! All the blattage. I still love how if you do one full 100%, you still have plenty of missiles even after Rainbow Beam. At this point, I don't want a soft lock because J-Ro's already won. He's already made past all the triggers. And was only a handful of shots away to killing Mother Brain, so... Toaster just tanking these damages, good grief. Will J-Ro save the animals? Only PETA will know. I guess you could say at this point, J-Ro's opponent is toast. I got him, chat. I got him. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Yes, aside, good race. It was a good race, boys. Enter the command black has been added. Don't think we're seeing any 99% J-Ro, no saving the animals today. Just wanted to get his time. J-Ro finishing with an SRL time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, 17 seconds. Oh, goodness. J-Ro, what happened? Nintoaster still holding on, though. That was a very interesting race indeed. But it's not over yet, because we still need to confirm the 100 Bundo. Game time at 54 minutes. Still not bad at all. SM Community Chat. I know, dork. SM Community Chat is always a Jack's Mix. Yep, Nin did get a good... That was a good Mother Brain fight by Nintoaster there. The first process fight? I don't remember. Something has gone on. Hold on. Buffer. There we go. It's only 30 seconds behind Leo's PB with that performance. Leo. I understand now why Leo was having such a gripe. Oh, goodness. And with that, JRO finishes his Wraith with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 23 seconds. GG to both runners. GG indeed. I don't know if either of the winners would like to say a few words of peace. I could go ahead and check if they would like to or not. And I like how both of them in the SRL chat say at least it wasn't Dab. Nintoaster did a really good job hanging on. Still an impressive performance from both runners. That was just a good set of races there. All right, Jero, confirming. Dear Force, get your Dear Forces out, brothers and sisters. Gotta know how to say it right. Never to return. Doesn't look like anyone's up for a interview at this particular moment in time. That's all right. Jero with his confirmed 100%. Good job to Jero. Very well done, even with all the funniness. Oh, Nintoaster actually might go ahead and hop on. Get a word from Nintoaster. The beer force. The alcoholic force which powers the life of all of our runners. Oh. Well, Jero won't be able to make a comment, but I guess he can listen in. Gotta get that paid. 99% force? I doubt it. Toaster came in almost on the heel. I guess now would be a great time to say a thank you, all of you guys, for watching. Please go ahead and give the runners a follow. All these guys do a great job. Those of you who are here lurking in chat, as these guys do practice their hardest. Go ahead and give them a follow. My name is JK60-Bit Palmy, currently in the transition of changing my name over. Maniacal with the 10 cheer. On behalf of Speed Gaming, we thank you for that cheer. My name's Palmy. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. There will be more Super Metroid action all the rest of this week, all at about the same time. Check out the SM Multi for more information, as well as follow Speed Gaming 2, 3, and 4, SRL, and check out the Discords for more information. And with that, thank you guys all so much again for watching, and we will see you on the next mission. Take it easy, everybody.